So Pamela Anderson is the first person to visit Julian Assange. I'm not thrilled. Let me tell you guys this: I'm not necessarily thrilled at using the Daily Mail for this, but it was kind of the first article I pulled up on the issue after like seeing all the moments, and you guys sent some stuff in as well, right, Lucy? And so this is from the Daily Mail, but the topic is what is of concern here. I'm not really thrilled with this article though, but here we go. So Pamela Anderson visited Julian Assange in prison. Says she loves innocent Julian Assange. This is from the article. I like how they have to put this in quotes. But anyway, let's get to the bullet points. So Julian Assange has been sentenced to 50 weeks in prison for a bail violation. That's the official narrative. That's what we're told. Pamela Anderson was his first prison visitor, and Assange is fighting extradition to the U.S. So, tearful former Baywatch star Pamela Anderson said she loved innocent WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange as she visited him in the Belmarsh high security jail. And that happened today as of the recording of this, May 7th. So here's what she had to say about it. He does not deserve to be in a supermax prison. He has never committed a violent act. He is an innocent person. She revealed that he has no access to information, so it's kind of similar to what was going on in the embassy. He has no access to information. They really cut him off from everybody, and he has not been able to speak to his children. So Pamela Anderson goes on to say, he is a good man. He's an incredible person. I love him. I can't imagine what he has been going through. It was great to see him, but this is just misrule of law and operation. It is absolute shock that he has not been able to get out of his cell. It is going to be a long fight, and he deserves our support. He needs our support, so whatever anyone can do may be right to him, encourage him, she added. We just have to keep fighting because it is unfair. He has sacrificed so much to bring the truth out, and we deserve the truth. Revealing she felt sick and nauseous, Anderson, who was draped in a shawl with writing scrawled across it, appeared to wipe her eyes and turn away from the press. Asked about the lengthy prison sentence Assange could face if he is extradited to the U.S., he would face a lot more than that, too. Let's be real. He'd face a lot more than a lengthy prison sentence. He'd also be tortured. Anderson said, we need to save his life. That's how serious this is. She's right. Standing by her side, WikiLeaks editor Christian Hafrenson added, it is a question of life and death. That's how serious it is. After what he called their first social visit, Mr. Hafrenson said they were both quite emotional, adding that it was shocking to see his friend, a journalist and an intellectual, sitting in a high-security prison. This is not justice. This is an abomination. Someone said that you could judge the civilization of a society by visiting its prisons, he added. Frankly, I have to say from my heart that the visit did not reflect well on the society here. This must end. So these are, by the way, these are the types of exercises Julian Assange would get to do in the Ecuadorian embassy. Look at that. Those were the exercises he could do. That's it. He was just able to move his arms around because he was being confined so much. So that's what we're dealing with. That's what's going on right now. They maneuvered a way to get him into jail, and that's where he currently is. And it looks like his dire situation as far as how he's being treated in there has not really changed much. He doesn't really get out of his cell. He has no access to information. The embassy was a very similar situation. As far as I know, he is not with Embassy Cat, his cat, although his cat is apparently his cat's in safe hands. I saw some stuff on the Twitter sphere that when he was taken out of the embassy, he did make sure that his cat was in safe hands, so that's good. But it is good he's having a visitor. And Pamela Anderson. So that's an update on Julian Assange. Right now, in many ways, we're still waiting to see what happens, and the situation is, as it has been for a long time now, pretty powerless. I mean, You can attend a vigil. You can go to unityforj.com to see how you can help and what you can do, where there's protests, where there's vigils. You can participate in an online community vigil. And, I mean, you still can't help but feel powerless. At least I know I certainly do. So there's an update on that, and we're watching it unfold. But he did have a visitor today. It was Pamela Anderson, who has been very outspoken in his defense. And I used to have a poster of Pamela Anderson on my wall when I was 9 years old. I had a Baywatch poster of Pamela Anderson. And never did I thought, like, you're going to go on to be really concerned about issues of media and free speech and politics as you get older. And Pamela Anderson is going to be an advocate for a journalist who is wrongfully persecuted. I'm going to be like, really? I'm going to be like, yeah. I'm going to be like, okay, I don't understand most of the stuff you just said because I'm 9, but I'll go with it. And they're like, well, you know how you don't like Walmart? Yeah, I don't like Walmart because they took my drive-in movie theater. All right, well, you're slowly going to... It's going to escalate from there as the years go by. You're going to discover punk rock. You're going to discover Chomsky. You're going to, get into some classes that are really going to change the way you think about stuff. And, it's just going to, eventually you're going to wind up in comedy. Really? Yeah. Okay. Who knows? Maybe it all started with that Baywatch poster. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your